for me. Blood in my dog and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And niggas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in a nigga for fucking.
What's up, YouTube? Time for Jessica's E93 to go to Susie at Auto Alchemy, a good friend of ours, to get wrapped. As you can see, this side still has the body kit on it. And the last step before getting it wrapped, I basically have to wet sand the body kit and the spots on the hood that I fixed some body work. So that way when Susie gets it, she can just do a cleaning of the surface of all the materials in the car, and then she can start applying the wrap. The body kit comes with a kind of like a rough textured finish on it. So I just need to wet sand that nice and smooth. So it's ready for her. First step is going to be taking it all off because I do need to sand it inside where all the bolts are. I already got the other side off, so let me kind of show you what I'm doing. On this side, I already got most of it off. You can see there's that panel, the rear over fender, and then the rear spat. Also, once I take them off, I do have to pull all the rubber, all the weld nuts out. So that way when it gets wrapped, it'll just be a nice smooth surface for the wrap to go onto, and then I can just punch these out of the wrap when I'm ready to put the kit back on. You can see the kit has these indents here for the fasteners. So it's going to be easier for me to wet sand it off the car so I can get down into those grooves, so that way the wrap will actually stick. The front fenders are bolted to the front bumper right there. So even though I got this fender off, I need to do the whole other side, and when I take the front fender off the other side, the front bumper will come off. So I got all the kit off. So now I just need to finish pulling all these weld nuts out and then wet sand the bodywork on the hood and then wet sand the Pandem kit. So I almost got Jessica's car ready for the wrap, and I noticed a couple hairline cracks. There's one right here on this rear over fender, and there's one right here on this over fender. So what I'm doing right now, I'm taking her the car tomorrow night. So right now I'm gonna grind out the cracks and then fill it with resin, sand it down smooth, and reinforce it on the backside with some fiberglass weave. I'll hit the spray paint on the rear quarters with some sandpaper so it's nice and smooth. And then also I gotta hit the hood with some sandpaper. So getting close, almost done. It's like, sometimes it seems never ending, but you know, once you just, every time you see something wrong, just fix it and then keep working. Eventually, you'll get there. What are you guys doing?
Playing Fruit Ninja.
Are you excited to see it all one color?
Yeah. I'm going to help you line up the body kit.
All right, Susie, it's all up to you now.
Oh, I know. The pressure.
Oh, it'll look nice. So we dropped Jessica's car off with Susie at Auto Alchemy to get wrapped. And while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna do a little bit more work to the VQS13. I do wanna show it to you guys on the ground now that I got the kit all mounted up and the wheel and tire fitment all situated, but it's on the lift right now because I want to make it quiet. As everybody knows, these VQs are horrendous and it's not very good for street driving or track use when you're not trying to get noise complaints from people. So let me show you what I've currently got on the car, or should I say what the car came with, and then I'll do a sound clip of this setup, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna put on. So you can see we've got the VQ with the CD trans. We've got stock headers coming down, no cats. We've got some sort of 2.5 inch glass pack muffler on each of these pipes. And then they kind of stepped it up to 3 inch. And then you got a 3 inch Y pipe. And then it wraps around the gas tank and comes out to some generic muffler with no silencer in it. So let me drop it down and I'll give you guys a sound bite of what this setup sounds like. So that's what it sounds like now. It's not extremely loud, but it is annoying. I have driven it on the highway a few times. It's a little obnoxious, and I know if I go to a track, it's gonna be obnoxious. It's gonna sound like another 350Z out on track with no cats. So let me show you what I got, and then I'll show you hopefully what it sounds like with this installed, if it'll fit. So here's the part number and the brand. It's an Eco Plus. And it does have chambers in there. So instead of a pipe that just bends with baffling inside the pipe, it does have chambers that the exhaust has to go through to get from one side to the other. It can be installed either way. So I do need to see which way is gonna work in there. So now I just gotta remove the existing setup and see if this is gonna have room. I got the new muffler welded in. Let me show you what it looks like now. So I ended up cutting it here, and then that allowed me to remove all the old stuff, and then I was able to set this muffler up on my step ladder there with some blocking to get it right where I wanted it positioned. And then I ended up cutting the existing pipe all the way back to there. And I had a bunch of bends already from other piping kits that I've bought. So I ended up using a 90 there and a 90 there, and then tied it into the existing system. So that's what it looks like. And I also had some new brackets, so I went ahead and bolted on a new bracket right there. So yeah, let's see what she sounds like. Well, that was a success. The exhaust is much better. It actually sounds like a Performance Z now. So if you get like a stock 350Z and do an air intake system and stuff like that, and maybe a Nismo exhaust or something along those lines, it gives it a nice throaty engine sound and not so much annoying exhaust. That's what it sounds like now. I'm super happy with the way it turned out. Well, I am just gonna end this video here. Stay tuned for the next video. Got a lot going on tomorrow and this weekend, and I'll update you on all that and show you Jessica's car after the wrap job. Should look pretty sweet. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. I promise either the next video or the video after that will be a track update video. I promise. Stay tuned for that too. Peace.